Hello everyone, welcome back to a new week. Hold on. Right, so it is, what day is it? Monday the 10th of July. And yeah, pre-London. I think it'll be a good day today. There is some really nice clean range. I was actually looking at some sells on gold, but yeah, this range to me was just a little bit small, and I wanted a really nice top wick for the new hourly open. But yeah, I'm not really fussed about it. It wasn't quite big enough for me. Usually I want like 17, 18 pips for a range, because it just means there's a much better chance of price actually beginning sort of a new push, instead of just when the ranges are small like it is here. Often you'll find is price sort of like it doesn't quite push to fill the range as aggressively. It's more turns into a bit of a consolidation. But there is a very easy gold trade that potentially we could have looked at. Just simple price creating support, pardon me. If we look at the daily, you can see, Friday we closed bullish. Okay, so you need a range 2 to take sells. But as you go down to the lower time frames, you can see we're obviously very bearish. You had the 1 hour closure below. So as the new 1 hour opens, you need a top wick. You can see you retest back to this key level. You have a nice wick to fill. So like 5-6-ish pips to break even, and then yeah, potential nice trade to the bottom there. But yeah, the range just wasn't quite big enough for me. But if I was in this now, I'd definitely be at break even, considering you filled the 30-minute wick. If you look here, you filled the wick, so that means price has rejected this area before, so there's a good chance it could reject again, especially if you look at the daily as well. We are very bullish on the daily, so yeah, this could just be a nice bottom wick, and then we could flip to fill the wick. However, we did respect these levels, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see today what happens. One thing I noticed pre-London is there's not a whole heap of clean range, which is a bit annoying, because there's lots of really good price action that we saw today in Asia and now pre-London. But to the left, especially on gold and GJ as well, there's not really heaps of sort of clean areas to the left to work with, which means that we can't really look at taking sells until we have a big enough range, which is probably not until below here. So that is 1913.37. We got 25-ish pips to the bottom. So yeah, that'll be our next sell level. Below here, you got again another 16 pips. And then all of this is just shite range. Very good chance price just consolidates in here. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see the regulars that are back. Thanks for joining. So yeah, not gonna really look at sells until we get to below here. In terms of buys, I'm keen to get on buys because I really like this daily, but again, I'm not going to try and force it. We're just going to wait. If we want to look at buys, also the 4 hour hasn't created a very big top wick, so I wouldn't be surprised if we start rejecting in these levels, then continue to flip. But as I mentioned before, there's not heaps of clean range to the left. But what we can wait for is the 30-minute to create some sort of resistance by closing, support by closing bullish, and then break that resistance that it forms to continue to fill back up to this range. But yeah, just not big enough, this range, which is a bit annoying, but yeah, it's fine. Also, I wasn't really ready. I was sort of still drinking my coffee, and then the hourly top wick formed, and I was like, oh shit. But anyway, that's fine. But yeah, no sells below here because again, it's very small range. And yeah, that's the plan with gold. We got buys above here because we got a nice 20 pip range, and then probably not until above here again, 35 pip. Okay, so simple. GJ, similar. We had an area where we could look at sells here on GJ. If you look at the daily, we had a very nice bearish close on Friday. How's the weekly? Weekly closed bearish, which is interesting. So we had a massive bullish push last couple of weeks. Now we're closed bearish. So there's a decent chance we can continue bearish here. So let's see. Daily, we closed bearish. 4 hour, sort of consolidating. Hourly, in a range. 30-minute in a range. Okay, so there was potential sells below this level. Below here. But the 30-minute closed and just filled the range. Okay, so we can actually look below here. 20 pips below here. But we don't really have an hourly top wick, which is a bit annoying. I would like a much bigger top wick to form here. Yeah, I'd like a much bigger top wick to form there if we want to take sells. But yeah, that is our sell level. But I'd like to see a nice top wick form, potentially even back up to like 182.9, 888, 182.88. Because we've had a very big push phase. Yeah, I'd like to see a nice 1 hour top wick. Yeah, like I mentioned, we're in a bit of a range. Last week, GJ ranged quite a bit. If you look at the daily, yeah, it didn't really move much last week. There was movement, but it was sort of sideways. So that means this week, there's not heaps of clean range to look at. More sells. How much is this? 16 pips, maybe below there. How about this? All right, so that's a really nice range. 25 pips below there. Okay, so that could come into play New York. But that's a really nice range we can look at. 17, maybe below here, maybe. But below here, again, there's nothing. So yeah. And if you want to take buys, we need a range 2. So that won't be for quite some time. But straight off the bat, buys won't be for a while. Because, yeah, there's my level there. Because you can see all of this is just dirty range. Like on gold to the downside. But above here, you got 25 pips. So yeah, that's the plan. We had a big push pre-London, so we'll see what happens here. But yeah, that's why I would have gone break even right there, because the wick fill is only valid for a wick fill. You know, you can't really expect price to continue pushing past it. You fill the wick, you either go to TP or break even there, or at least for this strategy. So yeah, what happened last Friday? Last Friday, I believe we took more break-even trades. Look at that. That is crazy. However, one of these shouldn't have been break-even. It should have been a win, but anyway. But this is just a result of the markets ranging a bit. So yeah, I'm not pissed off about that or anything. Because if you look at the daily, GJ, I mean, gold was alright, but there was still a bit of rangy movement. There wasn't quite any trend. So I think that's maybe why we got a bunch of break-evens. But, I mean, there's none of these trades where I think... I look back at it over the weekend, and there's none of them where I thought we should have held longer. In terms of, we should have waited before going break-even, because we shouldn't have. We thought about the right way, and... happy with how I traded last week. So yeah, it'll be a good week. You're looking at potential sells below 182.891 on GJ. But the previous 4-hour candle was strong bullish, which broke above. 182.891. Okay. All right. So this 4-hour candle quite bullish. Yeah, I was looking at sales below here as well. Yeah, I was looking at sales below here, but yeah, as you can see, the candle just broke the lows and then just pushed straight through. So yeah, this was a really nice range for me. It was like 21 pips. You can see on the 30, you had some nice support form. Then you broke below that. So yeah, I was looking at sales below there as well. But yeah, that would have been a nice sell level. Nice little fake out as well. In line with the daily. Yeah, in line with the daily, would have caught that top wick down. But yeah, you just filled the range. And I'm not concerned with the previous 4-hour closing strong. Like, all I'm trying to do, like, because I'm in and out of a trade usually, what, 30, 15 minutes? So, you know, I'm more concerned with the bias, not with where this 4-hour candle's going to close, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm more concerned with, does this trade I'm about to take match up with the bias of the market? It doesn't mean that just because this closed bullish, I can't take sells. It just means the daily was bearish. Okay, so this 4-hour closed bullish. But if we break these areas below here, we can at least expect price to push and fill this range. Doesn't mean the next 4 hours going to close bullish. It just means, pardon me, going to close bearish. It just sort of means we can expect to fill that range. But yeah, you just got to sort of pick and choose what works for you, because I use the daily to find my bias, but I know some people use the 4-hour as well. I don't use the 4-hour that much, to be honest. I more just use it to sort of see how the market's moving, to see, all right, today we can see in here we've just sort of ranged. Okay, so we just got to be careful. Sometimes I look at the 4-hour just sort of for patterns, not because I trade patterns, just because I find it cool to sort of see how the market works with patterns. But yeah, I more use the daily, the hourly, the 30 and the 15. 4-hour is sort of just to see how the market's moving. Obviously I take it into account, but yeah, I use the daily to see my bias. So, and that's just from testing, I guess. It's not really anything other than that. Right, so we had a closure here, but we don't really have a top wick, which is a bit annoying. Goldie, yeah, wow. So this could be the 4-hour pushing back a bit to create a top wick, sort of rejecting these areas. I hope that makes sense, Blip. I'm not sure, but yeah, so this is quite a nice sell. How big is this? It's only a 3 pip wick. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a bigger top wick. And yeah, this may go on to fill, but I just think pre-London, we've had some very big candles. I'd like to see a bit of a pullback, a bit of a wick. We could actually look at price retracing, creating resistance and then continuing down, because we've created a new low now, at least on the 15. So that could potentially work. But yeah, pretty chill. But yeah, this is pretty textbook sell. If there was just a nice top wick, how big is this stop? 25 pip stop ain't bad either. Break even here. the wick fill. But yeah, I don't like that hourly. Nice 15 top wick even as well. Yeah, so we took, this was on stream, that was the GJ trade, and then gold, can't even remember where that was. Gold break even. Oh yeah, that was a bit of just a simple, easy trade. Where was this? Oh yeah, it was here. Pretty, like, such a simple trade, but 15-minute breakout, entered impulse, stops below the hourly, so like 17. We pushed, filled these wicks, continued up to these levels, and I went break even, and then price just sort of lost volume, which is fine again. But yeah, didn't want to hold on much longer because this was pre-NFP as well. And as soon as we started pushing towards these wicks and filling these wicks, I thought, let's go break even. But yeah, pretty nice trade. Just didn't really continue. So yeah, can't take buys on gold because we don't have 30-minute structure. So this could just be price creating a retest, but if we have structure, that means we're breaking resistance, so we could push to fill up. But yeah, like 15 minutes very noisy, so yeah, I like to wait for 30 minutes to try and take reversals. Well, not reversals, but sort of counter intraday. I like to wait for the 30 to create structure. It's just a bit more concrete, I think. Help me, please. How can I help? Godwin, how can I help? Started the challenge, for those that are wondering. Which will be exciting. So yeah, set it up with a trade copier. Should be exciting. I went with my funded FX. So we will see how it goes. Trying to see if you guys can see my details, but I don't think so. You can see my account number, but I don't think that matters. Don't hack it, please. No, but I think it's fine. Yeah. So I went with my funded. You can see here. The reason I went my funded was simply because they didn't have a time limit, and my Forex funds had a time limit, which I thought they didn't, but they still have a time limit, 30 days. Even though I think I could do it in 30 days, or at least get the extension in 30 days, I knew I had done them before, and when I had a time limit, it just, I don't know, it messed with my psychology or something. But yeah, I went with the Pro as well, which is a bit lower leverage, but you get higher drawdown. And I was like, I'm not taking 30 lots. Like, I'm risking 2% max. So I don't need big leverage. May as well take the extra drawdown. Yeah, that'll be exciting. Yeah, this one has no time limit. So got to make 8%, 10% drawdown, and then the next phase is 5%. So yeah, that shall be exciting. And I'll share it with you guys here. I restricted you from commenting. You need $200. Well, unfortunately, I cannot give you $200. I'm sorry if I restricted you. I don't remember that, but maybe if you were spamming, I did. I don't know. But unfortunately, I can't help you. Because if I help you, then I'll have to send $200 to everyone and all the people that ask. And can't do that. You should get a job. I mean, I don't know where you're from or what your circumstances are, but the one thing you can do is you can get up and work your ass off. And I'm not saying, I'm speaking from a point of privilege, I guess, but yeah, I'm sure you can do it. Back yourself. Get some capital, start learning. It's actually quite an interesting thing. I think a lot of traders, me included at the start, thought that once you get capital, you'll start trading well. I think I may have mentioned this before, but yeah. Which is just weird, like, yeah. Like, you think once you get a 100k account, you're going to start trading well. But, yeah, I don't know why that is. I guess it's just the thought of having that money makes you think, okay, now I'm going to take it seriously. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't like the idea of having a time challenge. I think makes it very hard to stay sort of true to your plan, because your mind starts playing tricks on you. You start thinking all sorts of stupid stuff. Yeah, that'll be pretty exciting if we can get that. But I mean, not gonna try and get it. All we're gonna do is just take one trade at a time, Not gonna worry about the money or the getting 8% or getting whatever. We're just gonna one trade at a time, one day at a time. Make sure we're taking the right trades. Make sure we're staying relaxed, staying focused. Do our simulations, do our reviews. As long as we stick to the plan, we'll be sweet. Yeah, so massive retest on gold. There's not much news this week. Couple of speeches. Tomorrow, claimant count. I don't even know what that is. Oh, claiming unemployment. So it's pretty much just unemployment. Wow, look at that difference. 20k to minus 13k. So that'll be interesting. And then you got CPI for US on Wednesday. So that'll be big. But other than that, it's pretty chill. GDP on Thursday. Actually, there's quite a lot of news. Yeah, there's quite a lot of news, but all you really got is GDP is always good for British pound. It makes it quite volatile, which is nice. Just got to be careful with it. Whoa. Wow, pretty nice setup on GJ, not gonna lie, but yeah. This hourly wick just isn't big enough for me. So if you look 5 minute, yeah, that's why, you know. 5 minute, we've just, because usually if you have a nice big hourly top wick, it means the 5 minute or the 15 minute has at least retraced a bit. But here you can see we're just massive push. Massive push. So it doesn't mean it's going to come back up. It just means, based on what I've seen, there's a lower probability of price just continuing down. But in saying that, gold's pushing bullish, so that probably means GJ is going to continue bearish. But yeah, I'd much rather wait for sells below here, and then we'll go from there. Yes, just keep doing what we're doing, 100%, you know? No rush, nothing, no funny business, just one trade at a time. Keep showing up, keep focused, we'll be sweet. Is anyone else doing a challenge at the moment? Or, I don't know, something similar? So if we look for sells below here now on gold, it's only 15 pips. So, yeah. Probably not going to have sells until below here. Maybe if we close literally perfect here, and we close like just below and we still have 18-ish pips to fill, then maybe, but I doubt it. And buys are sweet above here. 20 pips, 21 pips. And above here. I'm using MT5 for the challenge. You want to start a challenge maybe in a few weeks, yeah. There's no point rushing into them. Like, I've done that. Where you think, I don't know, like I mentioned, you start thinking once you take a challenge, you'll start trading well, or once you have a challenge, you'll start making money, but yeah, no point rushing into them. Just do it when you really think you can actually pass. Sometimes it's good to do them if you feel like you're a bit hopeless. I did that once. I was like, I'm so sick of trading. And I just bought a challenge because it makes you, it's weird to say, but it motivates you a bit. For good or for worse, it definitely picks you up and you have a chance to start fresh, but it never really works. It at least just makes you a bit, I don't know, a bit hungry, a bit more hungry to get it. But yeah, interesting times. Pretty cool setup on GJ, if I'm honest. Closure below, then you get the head tail back in range. So the break of the lows should be good for sells. Nice top wick, but yeah, that hourly is just not quite doing it for me. Did one challenge last year and didn't pass the time limit was a major factor. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw a tweet. And it was this prop firm that said once they introduced the time limit or no time limit, the results didn't change. So people still failed the same, which I found interesting. Because I'm pretty sure most people just fail from drawdown, as in most people don't even last the 30 days. So even if there's no time limit, most people still fail, which I found interesting. But yeah, all the ones I failed have been I get to say like 30 days or something, and oh no, not 30 days, like 25 days, 20 days, and I'm down like 2% or something, and then I just like, all right, screw it, I gotta go big. Yeah, that's first 2 times I took it, that's what happened. Third time I passed and then got 1 payout and then lost it all because I just literally didn't win a trade for like 15 trades in a row. And then, yeah, the rest is history, I guess. Yeah, I was talking to a friend, and I reckon last year, because I was like making money last year, but not heaps, but I was actually profitable. But I think like I almost got not lucky, but I think the markets were just very favorable for my strategy, the break and retest, and it worked really well until it didn't. And then because I had such a like good period of trading, then when I had a bad period of trading, I like my mindset just wasn't quite there yet, and then I ruined it all. So yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting year last year because I was profitable, and then as soon as I got like away from that being consistently profitable, I just threw it all out the bin. And that was just because I don't think I've been through those periods of realizing you're not going to make money every time, and I just wasn't able to deal with that yet. But I genuinely think everything that happens in your trading path or journey is, I know it's cliche, but it is there for some reason. Because if you think back to the type of trader you were last year versus this year, it's, in my case, and I'm sure in a lot of your cases, a very, very different trader. And everything that happens to you in your sort of path just shapes how you trade now, and 99% of it is for the better because you just learn. So that was a nice push on GJ. Interesting stat, you ended green but gambled hard in the last 2 to 3 days and lost. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. Oh, maybe not green, I ended red and then just gamble it all away, but same thing, I guess. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a tweet. Let me see. That reminds me, I also got quite a good deal. They had my funded FX part of me had a July 4th sale where you get 15% off and 85% lifetime profit split. So that is pretty good, I reckon. If anyone is interested in doing that. It's on their Twitter. What's the name of the strategy I trade? I don't really think it has a name. Breakout, retest. Yeah, I don't know. Similar to Wicks Don't Lie, pretty much the same. Wicks Don't Lie. If you're trying to put a name on it, I guess. But it's just breakouts, retests, price action. So yeah. July 4th. Yeah, it's code. This is it. I'm not sure if it's still active. But yeah, that was it. It's like SRC. I don't know. I've never done the SRC course but yeah, I learned a lot from Raja Banks and how he trades from his YouTube videos. But yeah, I guess sort of has a few things different, but yeah, that's the basis of it. SRC, I guess. I mean, I don't exactly know what SRC is. Smart Raja concepts, but I guess it's sort of similar. That's so funny that he could just call a strategy Smart Raja concepts and people buy it like crazy. RoxFX also has a course called NDS, which is just no dumb shit, which is pretty funny. That's the goal, I guess. One day make your own course and you can just name it whatever you want and people will still buy it. Maybe I'll call it BJS, Big Juice Strategy. I'm kidding. I don't think I'll ever sell a course. Maybe, I don't know. That's a long time in the future. I'd rather just live stream, I think. I think you'd learn a lot more from just live streaming than you would doing a course. Jeez, look at that. So 30 minutes still above. Could have 30-minute wick fill, which is interesting. You'd need an hourly top wick if this closes below, and you need to make sure the range is big enough because it's not a massive range. Smart Eustace concepts, yeah, maybe. But yeah, if anything, I just continue doing live streams. How was everyone's first week of July? I had lots of break evens. Ended up plus 18 pips. So pretty slow, but got the job done. Call it juicy juice liquidity. I like NDS. That's pretty good. No dumb shit. It looks like the people in that do really well. Like all of his stories every day is just his people passing challenges. Yeah, he's a goat. It's pretty crazy. So many people just... But yeah. Love it. No dumb shit. So if gold on the daily was bearish, could look at price creating resistance up here because he created a low to ride this back down. The point of this setup where price creates a low or a high, then comes back and then forms a resistance or support is to try and catch the top wick of a daily candle. Because if you imagine this was bearish and we were coming from a top wick perspective, you can catch it on the way back down. But yeah, I need the daily to be in line with it. Gonna have ATO claim 1% tax royalty on that name. We're gonna have to. Yeah, I'll remember you. I'll remember the name. But yeah, no, I don't think I'll ever sell. I don't know, maybe. That is not a problem right now. I just need to trade now. That's all I need to do. Make a juice company. Yeah. Boost Juice Strategies Limited. The little R. But I think it should be a good week this week. GJ, setting up nicely to go down, that's for sure. Is there anything to the left here? Not much. Yeah, massive rejection. Let's see. In terms of this closure, I doubt we'll have a trade, because if we get a 30 closure below, if it's anything like it is now, that's fine, because we can take a wick fill, but we don't have enough range. So it's only 13 pips down at the bottom. And if it closes anywhere up here, which we will have enough range, then if we look to the 30, it'll just look like a rejection candle. It won't really be a wick fill. So yeah, I don't think I have anything. Could look at it from the hourly perspective, but on a Monday, I'm gonna stick to just straight up easy trades. Yeah, because if the 30 closes like this, like somewhere up here, which means that we will have enough range. Let's see, 18 pips. So if we close here, we'll have 18 pips down to the bottom, but the 30 will look like pretty shite. It'll look like this, which just looks like a rejection candle, not really a wick fill. There was some pretty crazy potential trades on gold on Friday, but yeah, it was very hard to catch on to. I'll show you guys them now, but yeah, there's some very good trades you could have taken, but they were just very hard to catch on, and I missed them. So where was it? Yeah, so here you had a 15-minute breakout. This was post news. You had a 15-minute breakout, and as you get the breakout, could have looked at taking trades on the flip, the fill of this wick, but you didn't get a bottom wick. So that would mean you'd have to use either the previous 15 as a stop, which is 27, or the previous 30, which is 60 pips. So you can't really do that. So you have to use the previous 15, but there's no real reason to have stops below here, because there's nothing here. This is simply just the new open of a candle. If you look at the 5-minute, where is that? Hold on. So it's here. Like if you put your stops below here, although it's a 15-minute low, if you look at the 5-minute, it's nothing. It's just a random level in the market. So the only sort of logical level you could have put your stops is below the previous 30, but then it's 58 pips stop. But really nice push to fill the wick. And again, I was in bed by this time, but some pretty crazy opportunities. But it was hard. It was a hard trading day, I think. Especially after NFP came out. You got the 30 wick fill on gold once the next candle made a bottom wick and flipped. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. It's a bit more aggressive, which is nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that. It's just, oh, you got this one. Are you talking about this one, the 1923.5? Yeah, that's actually fine. I don't know why I didn't look at that. Maybe I was already asleep. But yeah, that's quite a good trade. If it's that you're talking about, that's a really good trade. Because you get the nice breakout, 30-minute closures here. You have a massive wick to fill. Yeah, 15-minute comes down. Yeah, that's a really good trade. Clean range to the left. Yeah, really good trade. 20, 23, 22 pip stop. Perfect. Yeah, I think maybe I was already asleep. I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. That would have been some pips. At least like 25, 30. Yeah, so doesn't look like we're gonna have anything here. Damn, I'm just looking at that now. I don't know how I missed that. I must have been asleep, I think. This is like 1 a.m. my time. But yeah, that is... easy money. Alright, so you get the closure below. Oh, it's so annoying how there's no... Because last week we just ranged so much. This is a really nice setup, but the range just isn't quite big enough. If you can get an hourly top wick back to these levels, to retest and then a flip. Got the wick fill, 7 pips, and then a continue down, but... You got to run it 71 pips once the 30 closed above, and there was nowhere else to go, but yeah, that's really good. Yeah, because once you get the closure above there, you got clean range at least up until there. Damn, that's good. Oh, this looks juicy. It's only 10 pips, so... That is a nice hourly top wick. Can't take a fake out here because we're bearish on the daily. It could have been a pretty decent fake out. That's also a really nice setup for a resistance formed. 15-minute resistance forms. Mind you, the 1 hour hasn't really created a top wick, so yeah, I wouldn't enter that, even if the daily was bearish. wait for an hourly top wick. Wow, that is nice. Yeah, from what I've seen in my testing and simulations, when the range isn't very big that you're moving into, price likes to sort of dribble around in it. It sees a range more as a consolidation versus when it's a big range, it sees it as a push, something to fill. Because I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm not an expert in this sort of stuff, but when there's heaps of clean range, it means that there's a lot of liquidity sitting in between here. Not liquidity, no, that's wrong. Not liquidity, it's sort of just in imbalance, I guess. There's a lot of, imbalance, I think is the right term. Because liquidity is areas like this, I believe, because liquidity is the ability of the market to sort of absorb orders and positions without changing price much. So there's a bunch of orders in here, but price doesn't move much, it just absorbs it because supply and demand is very high. Whereas in places like this, once liquidity starts breaking and the what do you call it, sort of bids and asks gets filled from each of the brokers, then price starts to drop. Pretty sure that's sort of how it works in terms of technically, if you want to understand how the market moves. But yeah, I'm not an expert. So in areas like this, there's a high chance price could just sort of sit around and take heaps of orders because there's so many people in the market here. There's so many buyers and so many sellers. So it can just take all those orders. Whereas once a lot of people leave because they get stopped out or exit or whatever, then price starts pushing because there's less liquidity. Your exams are finally over. Congratulations. Must feel good. Pretty nice range to the top if we can form a range 2. Ooh, and Goldie's looking juicy as well. Oh, massive push on GJ. Yeah, it happens all the time, you know. You see the hourly, no top wick. Price may push for a bit, but likely it's going to come back. I see it all the time. did I mean previous hourly? Yeah. So you can see here, there's barely a top wick here. So the next candle, there's like, price often comes back to break these highs when the previous hourly didn't have a very big top wick. I mean, like here, it doesn't happen, but it's more just sort of a systematic approach more than anything, and it just makes sure that every time you enter, there's a high probability. That's all I see from it. Oh. Most people don't actually have a positive edge. They have bad risk and poor psychology. Yeah, like I think there's a lot of like most of us when we first start, if we're honest, like has no clue what you're doing, because trading's such a pretty niche. You're not gonna. It's not like you learn anything that you need in trading outside of trading. So when you first come to it, you're like, what the hell is going on? And it stays like that for quite a while because, yeah, it's very niche and you don't really understand what's going on. So, yeah, I think that's true. A lot of people sort of rely on luck to get it. And that's why most people don't get a payout. Even though I'm pretty sure 5% pass a challenge, and of that 5%, another 5% get a payout. So it's pretty crazy how few people actually get payouts. Because you can definitely get a challenge from luck, sort of, because if you risk 3-4% a trade and you win one, and you get a 1 to 2R, you're there. You're pretty much done. But it's getting a payout, which is the hard bit, I think. I'll try to find those stats, but they're very interesting. Wow, look at GJ. Top wick. Blip. It's just a shame this isn't big enough. I can't find the stats, but sub 1% of that 5% that get a payout. Yeah, pretty crazy. Have I taken the challenge? Yeah, I just started today, but no trades yet. Jeez, look at this flip on GJ. That is beautiful. But only a 10 pip range, so much lower probability trade. Massive top wick. I'm liking gold, not gonna lie. I like the look of gold. But again, it's only 20 pips. Pretty annoying. So just have to be careful with those ranges. What's the prop firm and account size? It's my funded FX and it's 100k. Went over it at the start of the stream if you want to look back. At minus 50, wait. Minus about 50 minutes. You'll see me go over it on the YouTube sort of timeline. It's pretty slow these last couple of candles, so hopefully we can get some volume as London opens. But yeah, I really like the look of gold. What would be perfect on gold if we push right to the edge, get a 30-minute bearish closure, then just a nice push above. So then we can have much better stops. So right now our stops are huge. 35, we break above. But we will get a 30-minute closure above. So if that 30 creates a bottom wick, then we can use that. But yeah, still a long while to go. And can't take sells below here because we need a range 2. So potentially if gold sort of creates a new range up here and then a new range, then maybe below here. And we still need to create a structure on the 30. Take this down. .30-minute, yeah, that's what I was talking about. I think, yeah, very decent top wick, and you get a very nice flip to fill this range. But yeah, it's just too small of a range for me. But it's yeah, it's a very nice top wick. I think you can at least fill down to here. But again, like risking 30 pips for a potential 10 pip move, even though I only take like 10 pips most of the time, it's more just sort of the range is small, so there's a much better chance of price sort of not moving cleanly in here. But yeah, like if you just look at this on the 30-minute breakout, massive top wick, blip, perfect, but you just have a small range. But again, analysis pretty spot on, which is good. We need a bit of range to work with. Yeah, technically, if I was in this, you'd sort of have to go break even here. Because you got resistance to the left, plus you filled the wick. Or at least stops to here. But, yeah, price could reject this level. Because like I said, like with that gold trade, I believe it was, that happened here, all you can expect to get from a wick fill is price to fill the wick. So if you fill the wick, price has every reason to reject because it's rejected there before. So yeah, it's hard when it's such a small range. Usually when it's such a small range, I like to wait for sort of structure and maybe trail a stop. But yeah, nice trade. Just simple, easy push. Just had AJ smash through TP. Well done. What's AJ doing? Wow, that's nice. Been a very good July so far. Good stuff. Yeah, July's actually moved well, I think. GJ was a bit slow last week. But yeah, we had a few things that just didn't quite go our way last week. This break-even trade, we missed a few gold trades, but you know, those things happen. Wow, look at GJ. That is beautiful. That's what happens, you know. Sometimes your plan will work out perfectly. Sometimes, you know, price will run away from your plan, but that's just trading. Didn't miss out. Nothing happened. Price just moved. Doesn't mean we missed out. Because we said this range was too small, and that's fine. Just because we say this range is too small doesn't mean price can't fill that. It just means it doesn't follow our plan. So we move on. But yeah, you can see that sort of, yeah. This is that pattern I always talk about. Push, consolidation, fake out, continuation. If you look on the 5 minute, push, consolidation, fake out, continuation. Happens over and over and over again. And all it is on the higher time frames is a breakout, top wick, a continuation. That's all it is. That is a pretty textbook trade. If only we just had the range, which we didn't. So yeah. Once I understood that that pattern, like this one, is very common. And once I understood how I can incorporate this into like a feasible trading system, you know, that's really a big step for me, was in trading. When I sort of saw this pattern, or yeah, because it's like, this is a break and retest, it's a Fibonacci, it's smart money, it's breakout, it's a top wick, it's everything. It's just very common pattern. And that's all you need. You just need that one thing that's your edge, and you just roll with it. We get closures below here on GJ. It's not bad, but we will need a very big 30-minute top wick because we can't use the previous as our stop. So yeah, it's not bad, but you need a big 30-minute top wick. But yeah, if we can, what would be perfect? A little bit of a pullback, then a continuation back below this range, because this is a very clean range to the left. But lots of volume, which is always a good sign. Yeah, 24 pips. Goldie's struggling a bit. I have 102 positions open. Jeez. That is crazy. Do you enter them manually? Or is it... I don't know if I've asked you this before. Well, like, do you trade on MetaTrader? How do you even manage that? I don't know how I would manage 102 positions. That's crazy. Alright, so 30-minute closure. Yeah, that would be a monster day. Limit stops, no market orders, yeah. And do you just set and forget? Yeah, right. Don't manage them, yeah. That must look crazy on your MetaTrader charts. Just seeing that. How do you even get this? I'm sorry, I'm just interested, but like, how do you... How do you sort of get the signals to enter that? How do you say... Like, how do you get to a stage where you enter 102 positions? Like, surely that's got to be automatic or something. I don't know. That's crazy. But yeah, like I always say, there is really no wrong or right way of trading whatsoever. Because no one knows what's going on. Use TradingView as a wonder. Yeah. I don't really like TradingView. I tried it out for a bit. But I don't know. I like MetaTrader. Even though it's old and sort of glitchy. Sort of like it. %, mechanical, yeah. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a pullback here on GJ. Bit of a pullback back to here. And then a closure back below. That would be great. Similar with gold. Little bit of a pullback, then push above. I think if we can close above or below at the end of this hourly, that'll be perfect. Or it could even be the first 15 of the 4:15. So London Open. Some impulse entries, I don't know. But there's no point speculating. Let's just see what happens. I'm excited for the week. Just excited. I don't know. Maybe it's a challenge. Maybe it's... I don't know. I'm just excited. Excited to just day in, day out, follow the plan. Ooh, Goldie. I'll be back. Such a classic Monday session. Bit of volume, but just not really anything. Time for chess. We got at least 7 minutes. If anyone watching is good at chess, I apologize in advance. It's my go. Very nice closure here on 15 on both pairs. Hopefully in 2 minutes. So we got a nice closure here now. Form some support, so if we break the support, decent. Gold also looks quite good. We'll get an hourly closure above, which will be nice as well. Do I use magic keys? No, I don't. I don't know. I don't really think I need it, to be honest. My trades are pretty, like, yeah, I don't know. I guess it would be cool to have, but I've just never really needed it, I think. But it is a really good idea, I think. But I mean, I don't really think you need it. How am I going on my challenges? I haven't started, so I'm still 0. Yeah, I started today, so haven't taken any trades yet. Let's go. Oh, what? Oh, I'm an idiot. That is the dumbest thing ever. I even celebrated because I thought I won. I thought he resigned. Oh, I'm sorry you had to see that. Alright, so let's re-look here. So gold GJ, pardon me, has come down, pushed into this level. Resistance formed, support formed, clean range to the down. If we look at the 30, right, so it's not bad. Still quite a big stop, 29, so it's not bad. But then Goldie 30-minute is 24, so that's not bad. And if this hourly doesn't close above or below, then potentially we can get the next 15 to open, create a bottom wick, and then close above, or sort of create a top wick and then close below, or maybe the 30. I don't know, but it's looking a bit slow right now, if I'm honest. Not much volume. Had the push from GJ, which is actually really nice. 29 pips. Go on, gold. Alright, so if gold closes above here, we are going to need the new hourly to create a bottom wick. Preferably sort of back to around here, so about 8-9 pips. Sort of like a retest to these areas. Let's see what happens, and if it breaks out and it just goes, then so be it. We have the daily on our side, daily flipping, nice bottom we created, 4 hour, nice sort of retest shape, I guess. Hourly looks good, clean range above 30. Yeah, it all looks good. So we just need a closure and then that bottom wick. And similar story with GJ, but just to the down. It's a very nice range on GJ. 25 pips. Three minutes, 3.5. Yeah, so we didn't get closures, not even close, to be honest. I think I may call it there. Like, I'll do the Wordle and maybe see how the next 15 starts moving. But yeah, it looks like maybe we've moved into a bit of a range. GJ actually oh no, it didn't, never mind. Yeah, we'll see what this next 15 does, but yeah, it looks pretty bleak. Hopefully New York's a bit nicer, but let's see. I mean, maybe this next 15 could really push down hard, create a bottom wick like it is now, then close above. So let's see. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, wow, that's nice. It's quite big already, 27. Damn. Have we created 30-minute? No, we haven't. So this will be interesting where that closes. Can't even think right now. Oh, keep using the same letters. Just an idiot today. Wow. This is big. It's a very nice bottom wick. Not gonna lie. Why can I not think of any words right now? This is ridiculous. Can't think of anything. How does it not have an E? Start with audio. Yeah, that's a good idea. This is gonna be some stupid word. I already know it. Molly? Jolly? Golly? Surely it's not triple L. Lolly. Is that even a word? What is it? Oh. No. Damn, that sucks. We've had some rough words in Wordle recently. What's this? No, I can't be bothered. I'm sorry. So maybe we'll have to wait for the 30 on gold. If this 15 closes pretty bearish, it doesn't really look like the next 15 could push. I'm probably gonna call it a day for London. I'm not too keen on taking sells on GJ in this range, because it's really just a big consolidation. Like, technically we've come down and created a low, so we could take sells if we form resistance up here, because it's a very nice range back down, but it really is just a big consolidation. So yeah, I'm not too keen. I'd rather wait for a breakout. Slow markets now. Yeah, so moving into New York, or pre-New York, I'll be waiting for a closure above here to potentially fill this range. You got a nice break-even level around here, the wick fill. 20 pip target. If you want to look for sells, you would need a range 2 because daily is bullish. So I would need sort of a range to form here, and then another range below here, then a breakout to fill that down here. I would also need the 30 to first create some resistance by closing bearish, and then some support by closing bullish and then break below that support. And yeah, that's about it. And then more buys above here. Wi-Fi is slow. more buys above here. Where is that? 1930.25. You got 35 pips, and then more sells below here. Probably not. More like below here. 25 pips, because this is only a 15 pip range. So yeah, that's the plan for gold. GJ, GJ was bearish, so you need a range 2 to try and take buys, which means that breakout of here and then another range, then a breakout, then potentially you can look at buys to fill this range. Nice clean range to the top though. More buys above here. You got 26 pips and then sells below here, down to fill this range. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. I mean, maybe this closes above, but I doubt it. If it does, yeah, I'm about to fall asleep. But yeah, okay, so yeah, pretty chill session. I mean, we had some moves on GJ. I thought our analysis was pretty on point. We just didn't quite have much range to work with. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. We'll be every day this week. So same time, and enjoy New York. Trade safe. Have a good week.